The Chicago Bears have just added some much needed pass rush depth with Tryon, Shoyinka, I believe is how you say his name. Now, this is a guy that has not played a lot of snaps this season, if we're being quite honest, but when he is on the field, he actually does a really good job. 31 total snaps this season, but 3 pressures, a couple of quarterback hurries, 4 tackles, 3 stops. I think this guy is someone that can really help them out, especially because they are going through some injuries on their defensive line. We saw this defense give up 40 plus points to the Cincinnati Bengals without Joe Burrow. Something needed to change. They needed more pass rush. And this is a guy that can definitely come in, maybe not be a star, but definitely get some playing time going forward. And I kind of wanted to break down some of the film. So offensive line here is going to be in a 5-man scat protection, which essentially means they're going to slide and they're going to man. Right now, him being right here, they're going to get man-to-man. They're going to double team the interior. And with man-to-man here, he's just going to reach the point of attack and dominate this right tackle, pushes him back maybe 3 to 4 yards into the front side of the quarterback, flushes Jordan Love outside the pocket, continues to chase him down as his teammate Carson Schlesinger comes in for a big-time hit. Now, obviously, he doesn't get credited with a sack on this play, but he is one of the reasons he had to flush out and wasn't able to reset his feet here to throw the ball because he was chasing him down the entire time. They also had pressure up the A-gap as well. Just a good play here by Joe and Carson Schlesinger, and I'm going to break down what I can. Again, did not play too often, so we're not going to see some crazy plays, but we're going to break down what we can. So, before we dive in, make sure you do me a big favor, hit the like button for more Bears videos and updates throughout the entirety of the season. And if we can get over 700 likes on this video, we will continue to post more. Okay, I do want to say we did post a Caleb Williams video yesterday. Go check that out, and let's dive into the film. All right, here we go. Another big-time play. Offense comes out in 12 personnel. We got 1 tight end top side, 1 tight end to the bottom side. This is actually just an extra offensive lineman, but is eligible to catch football. So Joe is kind of in that wide 9 stance where he's outside shoulder of the tight end. And watch this play here versus the Steelers. Does a great job just kind of getting there quickly. Offensive line is going to kind of slide to the right. We're going to put the right foot into the ground, bounce our way to the inside as the running back tries to help on that man side versus Joe. Does not work at all. Blows him up in the backfield and forces this ball to come out early. He actually just tosses it over to Kenny Gainwell, who loses 9 yards on the play. But again, this one is all Joe, Tryon, Shoyinka, or Shoyinka. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But again, beautiful play. Like, he gets in there quick. Nothing the offensive line can really do here. Yeah, let's watch this from the other angle. Again, did not play a lot. Sample size is very small. Like, the most he's played in a game was 7 total snaps. That's it, just 7. So, he's got a lot to prove. And I do want to take a look at this depth chart in a second to see where he kind of slots in. But that's a great move on an offensive lineman. That's not a tight end. That's an offensive lineman. Great move. So the main thing I want to look at this depth chart really quickly, and make sure you guys subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost anything to join the family, and we will be covering this team all year. But the one thing we notice here is they have 2 big red injuries, right? Dayo Odangabo, he's, I believe, might even be out for the season. I'm not too sure. You do have Austin Booker, a guy that I like, could be your day 1 starter, opposite of Montez Sweat. But obviously, Dominique Robinson is also out. So that's 2 guys missing from this lineup. From there, all you have is Daniel Hardy. So they needed to add just depth, right? He's not a day 1 starter. He might not need to be a day 1 starter because of Austin Booker. And this could be Austin Booker's time to really take over as a pass rusher 1 or 2 alongside Montez. But again, still needed depth on the practice squad. What do they have? They have Jamari Chroma and Jonathan Garvin. So, again, they wanted to come out here and add some guys that they could really count on. And this is a guy that's proven to be able to get to the quarterback in a limited fashion, limited playtime. Monday Night Football is going to be amazing tonight. And I had a couple of picks for you guys, so we could potentially over 1,000x our money. With the sleeper app, I've been having so much fun using it. And guys, really quickly, if you use my promo code DUBS, they're going to give you a 100% match deposit with your first deposit, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100 in bonus funds. I mean, just take that alone and use it, right? It's amazing. But let's go through some of my picks. I'm going to start off with Bijan. I like Bijan today to just get a lot of passes. I think Buffalo's going to go up early. So let's look at his line of 115.5 rushing and receiving yards. And I'm going to go more than just 100. I think he's going to catch the football a ton in this football game. I also like Josh Allen rushing, but I'm going to keep it at 25.5, go more than 25. I think that's fair. The Chicago Bears run defense is not very good at all. We're going to go to rushing yards, and I'm going to put it at 50, more than 50 rushing yards. I think that's another one that's pretty fair, one more. I want to go Kyle Pitts. Darnell Mooney, I believe, is out today. I could be wrong, but 25 receiving yards more than I feel like is pretty fair. So Bijan, rush receiving, Josh Allen rushing, Jacory 50, Kyle Pitts 25 plus. I feel like that's fair. If you put 20, you can win 50. Obviously, you can put a lot more. I like playing really safe, but if you really want to go for the moon, you guys can. Let me know in the comments down below. And again, use promo code DUBS. Get that free match deposit. You'll get up to $100 on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 different states. So make sure you guys check out Sleeper today. And again, code DUBS. Here we go once again. Lined up in that wide 9 outside shoulder of this tight end. That actually coming on 13 personnel, so 3 tight ends out here. So we'll call this a 7-eye because he's inside this shoulder of the tight end. But they're going to try to get these guys on releases and utilize Darnell Washington as an extra offensive lineman. But what they fail to realize is Joe is not a slow dude, right? He was a first-round pick just a few years ago to, I believe, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are really good at drafting. So this guy has talent. Talent is not the issue, but can we get the full potential out of him? That's the big question. And I believe that you're seeing the Bears make this trade because they believe they can get that out of him. This is a first-round draft pick talent-wise. Can they get it out of him? Can they get that untapped potential? And here's a play where Darnell Washington is just way too slow. We get out the backfield quickly, right? They're in a full slide of their offensive line, really trying to sell the play fake, right? The run fake this way. They bootleg out. They expect us to be able to get there, or Darnell Washington to get there in time, just doesn't, right? Blows up the backfield, gets immediate pressure on Aaron Rodgers, and then never ends up, slowing down. Always chases him, maybe gets a yard on the play. Doesn't get 1 yard on the play. But ultimately, I am a fan of this trade because I believe they just gave up a pick swap, I want to say. I don't know the exact trade at this moment, but if it's just a pick swap, I'm okay with that. Yeah, trying to find... the Bears received Joe, Tryon, Shoyinka in a 7th for a 6th. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That is fair. You're getting a former first-round pick and losing 1 round. I mean, yeah. Solid potential. Will he be a day 1 starter? Probably not, but you don't need him to be. I think Austin Booker is going to take that role. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.